every vestment, at least for the traditional Latin Mass, the priest puts on the stole. Okay, it goes around his neck and it crosses over his heart on his chest. And the stole is a symbol of his office as a priest, because a deacon, for example, wears the stole crosswise, where the priest wears it crossing over his heart. And then you'll see me at Mass sometimes, if you're paying attention, at the beginning of Mass, after we do the prayers at the foot of the altar, I go over to the chair and I take off the cope, which I'll show you in a second, and I put on the maniple, right? The maniple goes over the left arm, and the maniple originally started as sort of like a handkerchief, but the symbolic value of the maniple is to be able to wipe away the tears that were cried by the apostles, the Blessed Mother, Mary Magdalene, at the foot of the cross. So that's for wiping the tears, but actually, I don't do a lot of crying. And then this vestment that's sort of like a poncho vestment, in a sense, is called a chasuble, which means little house. And so that goes over the rest of it. So those are the primary vestments that are worn at Holy Mass. But I start each Mass with, we do the asperges. What's the asperges? Asperges me. And then what do we do?
Kneel.
Well, you guys no, usually you stay standing, don't you, for the asperges?
I'm trying to remember who's kneeling. I thought maybe the servers were kneeling.
Well, they kneel for the prayers at the foot of the altar,
that's right.
But then we stand for the asperges. But what does the word asperges mean? What am I doing when we do the asperges?
It's a fruit.
Can you open that cabinet, please? Get me the aspersorium there, please.
We do the incense.
What do I do with this?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you get sprinkled with holy water, which is a reminder of your baptism. No, there's no water in it right now. But this is called an aspersorium, and this device that we use for flinging the water everywhere is called an aspergillium. But they all use the word asperges, right? Because asperges means to sprinkle. Oops, there's a little water left. But many times my altar servers, who can't remember that this is called an aspersorium, call it a holy water bucket. So that's so you want to put that back for me, please? Okay. All right, but when I do the asperges, I'm wearing a cope. And the cope is the long vestment that goes down to my feet, basically, that we use primarily for the asperges.
Is that also the same thing that's used for benedictions for adoration?
It is, yes. Okay, and cope just means kind of like a cape. So all heroes wear capes. What? I'll get you in a second.
Sometimes you wear red, and then sometimes you wear green.
And sometimes I wear gold.
Yeah.
Like during the Easter season, I wear the gold. Okay, so that's all just depends on the season that we're in and what the liturgical color is for the season. Yes, sir?
What do you wear the red for?
The red is primarily for Pentecost and for martyrs.
It looks like blood.
It looks like blood. Okay.
Yeah, black.
Why
black
would red
is-
be the color of Pentecost?
Pardon?
Why would red be the color of Pentecost? When you first think of it, you think of blood. Why was red chosen? I can't remember.
It really for Pentecost, it's the tongues of
Okay,
fire.
that's what I thought.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
What's the white for?
The white is for the Blessed Mother and Easter and Christmas. So see, like, for example, this is one of my Mary investments, right? And so what's that symbol on the, what do you think what's that symbol? It's the blue is the M, which is for Mary, obviously, right? And this is a letter A in a sense, or alpha in the Greek alphabet. But what is the A for? Well, in Latin, it's Ave Maria, which is what the angel Gabriel said to Mary when angel Gabriel was going to tell Mary that she was going to be the mother of God. So the angel said, Ave Maria. It's like, Ave is like saying, hello. How are you? Hello, let me get your attention. Ave. So Ave Maria. And she's the Queen of Heaven, right? So that's what white is for the Blessed Mother. White and oftentimes blue is for the Blessed Mother. But we can't wear fully blue vestments in the United States. They haven't been approved by the bishop, so we have to use it as trim. But yes, sir.
Am I correct that the black is for the Holy Souls?
It is. It's primarily used at funerals, and it's used on Good Friday.